What if time started flowing backward? Imagine a world where you grow younger every second, your memories erase in reverse, and cause happens after the effect. What would physics look like if time itself flipped direction? Imagine a world where the very fabric of reality fundamentally altered its course, a place where the relentless march of time itself began to unravel and rewind, creating a truly mind bending paradox. Consider the utterly bizarre implications of contemplating a scenario where every second witnessed a reversal, a gradual undoing of existence as we understand it, profoundly altering the core principles of physics we've painstakingly built our understanding upon. Let's begin by thinking about the most basic aspects of our daily lives. The simple act of dropping a glass, shattering it into 100 pieces, and then imagining that those shards spontaneously assemble themselves, floating upwards to reform the intact glass above. If time were to flow backward, the concept of cause and effect would become spectacularly blurred, as events would demonstrably occur after their apparent consequences, completely disrupting the linear progression that governs our perception. Think about a dropped ball. Instead of falling to the ground, it would leap back into your hand, defying gravity's established downward pull and introducing a profound uncertainty into the nature of physical interactions. The laws of thermodynamics, specifically the second law, which dictates that entropy, C the measure of disorder, always increases over time, would essentially be turned on their head, leading to a universe becoming increasingly ordered spontaneously. Imagine a burning log instead of releasing heat and smoke. It would actively draw heat back in, reforming itself from ashes and smoke to become a whole unburned piece of wood, a truly astonishing visual paradox. Now, let's delve into the realm of physics, specifically Newton's laws of motion, which describe how objects move in response to forces. But these laws would require a radical reinterpretation if time were to reverse its direction. For instance, if you were to push a moving object backward, it wouldn't accelerate in the traditional sense, but rather it would appear to move forward even as you were applying the force, creating a deeply unsettling distortion of our intuitive understanding. Consider the implications for momentum. Momentum is the product of mass and velocity. And if time reverses, the relationship between force, mass, and reverse velocity would necessitate a completely new mathematical framework to accurately describe movement, Einstein's theory of relativity. With its concepts of space-time and the equivalence of mass and energy would also face an existential crisis, as the standard formulations assume a consistent flow of time for observers in different reference frames. If time were flowing backward, the calculations related to time dilation fatigue, the phenomenon where time passes slower for objects moving at high speeds, would become extraordinarily complex and counterintuitive. The behavior of light would also present a significant challenge, as photons, which travel at the fastest speed in the universe, would appear to emanate from their destination and converge back towards their source, creating a visual spectacle that defies all conventional understanding. Let's explore the concept of radioactive decay, a fundamental process in nuclear physics where unstable atoms release energy and particles. And if time reversed, these decaying atoms would actively absorb energy and particles, returning to a more stable earlier state. This would fundamentally alter our understanding of nuclear reactions and the processes that drive stellar evolution, as stars would not simply burn through their fuel, but instead draw energy from their products, an extraordinary reversal of energy flow. Now, let's consider the profound impact on memory and consciousness, as memories would begin to erase themselves in reverse, starting with the most recent experiences and working backwards through our lives, creating a disorienting loss of personal history. Imagine experiencing your last conversation unfolding in reverse, the words dissolving back into silence, the emotions fading away as you gradually lose the recollection of that event, an experience profoundly unsettling. If time were flowing backward, the very structure of our brains, which relies on the accumulation of neural connections and the formation of memories, would be fundamentally challenged, leading to a breakdown of cognitive processes. Scientists have theorized about concepts like retrocausality, from the idea that future events could influence the past a year at a time. Reversed universe would essentially amplify this already fascinating theoretical possibility. The implications for free will would also be dramatically altered, as our actions would appear to be predetermined by future events, creating a deterministic loop where our choices would be dictated by what we will later experience. Think about making a decision instead of your decision shaping the future. The future would be shaping your decision. an incredibly disorienting and paradoxical relationship between volition and consequence. Philosophers have long grappled with the concept of time and its direction, but the notion of a time reversed universe pushes the boundaries of our understanding to an almost incomprehensible degree, demanding we reconsider our deepest assumptions. The mathematical challenges alone associated with describing such a universe are staggering, requiring entirely new mathematical languages and frameworks to even begin to formulate meaningful equations. While a time reversed universe remains firmly within the realm of theoretical speculation and science fiction, pondering its implications can provide a valuable perspective on the nature of time, causality, and our place within the vast expanse of the cosmos. Perhaps ultimately, the very act of considering a reality where time runs backward reveals how fundamentally our perception of reality is shaped by its unidirectional flow, a flow that defines so much of our existence. It forces us to confront the possibility that time, as we experience it, might be nothing more than a construct of our minds, a necessary framework for navigating a universe that at its core operates according to principles far more complex and mysterious than we currently comprehend.